Hi everyone, it's Max again with MxChat, and today we have another very exciting demo of a new add-on that we have just released. So this new add-on is called the MxChat Smart Recommender. Once again, you can find all of the add-ons by clicking on the add-on submenu page. When you come here, you will see either the Get Extension button or you will see Configure. Once you click Get Extension, it'll take you to our distribution website, which is Quick Deploy, and you can download and upload the plugin there. So first off, what is the Smart Recommender? So what it does is it allows you to create intelligent recommendation flows. What I mean by that is you'll be able to create a flow that will be a questionnaire that your users can fill out, and then the AI agent will then search an assigned collection to then come up with a recommendation. Once you have the MxChat Smart Recommender installed, you'll see this one's a little bit different than the other ones. Most of the add-ons will show up under the main MxChat menu. For this one, because it's much more complex, it actually has its own dedicated page here because there's 4 different menus associated with it. So once you get to the MxChat Smart Recommender, the first thing you're going to want to do is create a collection. Now, to save time today, I have already created a collection, a sample collection here, but you'll just click on collection or add new collection and start creating it. Once you do that, you can see you're able to view all of the items in your collection. And we're going to go through one of these here as an example. But essentially, a collection is what the AI will search based on the input from the user. So when you're creating your collection, you just want to give various different, for example, in this example I'm running here, this is for a boat rental company. You can add in all of your boats as a collection. You can set different parameters that are used to score on the recommendation match. So in this example here, I have things like capacity, price per day, and suitable for. You can make these up however you want. And what's great is when you're working within a collection, once you've already created a few, it's able to detect common attributes. So you don't have to keep retyping everything. You can just click that and it'll actually make it appear for you. There are some tips over here. I'd encourage you to read all that. Now, here's the thing with recommendations. Sometimes you're going to have parameters that you would want to be required to be met in order to be recommended. So in this example, what I have is capacity for and suitable for, both are required. The reason being is because if someone is telling me that they want a boat that can fit 10 people, we don't want to recommend a boat that can only fit 4 people. So if you make this a required parameter, it'll ensure that if the user preference does not match the minimum threshold, for example, capacity, it will not actually recommend it. It'll automatically rate it as a 0 score. This goes same thing for like suitable for. If someone was looking to like go wakeboarding, I wouldn't want to recommend a pontoon boat. So that's up to you, however you want to control that and approach it. Something like price per day. Now, I thought this would be a great one to not make required, because what it'll do, let's say if someone says their price per day is $190, but this boat costs $195. The AI will actually recognize that the user said their budget is $190 and say, hey, I know you said your budget is $190. This boat is a great match for you. I know it's slightly more expensive than what you were originally requesting, but if you're able to do it, we think it's a great match. Sometimes people are going to be flexible on pricing, but if you wanted to eliminate that scenario, you would just make it required as well. After that, you want to add in like your item description. This will give this will give the AI the ability to talk about the product when it recommends it. You can also hyperlink to to the item here if you would like. So once you do that, you'll go through and you'll create just all of your collections, whatever you would like to put in there. You can create many different collections. You can have as many different collections as you would like. Now, after you create a collection here, you're then going to go to your flows. You can create as many flows as you would like as well. As you can see, I already have one here for a boat recommendation. Now, when you're creating the flows, you're going to give it a flow name, and then trigger phrases. So this is actually built into our action systems. Remember, it used to be the intent recognition, but these are triggered actions based on semantic similarity. And I'll show you that it does show up in the actions page as well. But this is essentially phrases that the user would say in order to trigger this recommendation flow. So here I just have an example of find my perfect boat. You can assign the collection here. So you can see I have currently one collection, but you could choose which collection you want to associate with this flow. And then I've created a few different questions here, and each question has a parameter assigned to it. Once again, you can add as many questions as you would like, and you choose the parameters as well. So the parameters here need to match the parameters of the collection, because this is how it's doing the scoring. So if you have, capacity, price per day, and suitable for in your collection parameters, you want to have questions that are associated with that so it can help find a match and score it. So after you do that, there's a few last things here. So remember, you want to set the similarity threshold. This is how semantically similar the phrase have to be in order to trigger the action. A great thing to test this with is the similarity add-on tester. That'll allow you to enter key phrases and see the exact score matching. So remember, the higher the similarity threshold, the closer the phrase will have to be to matching exactly before it'll trigger. Okay. Then we have an intro message here. This actually shows before the first question whenever you trigger the action. This is if you don't find any results. And then the AI prompt template. This is kind of instructing your AI a little bit about how to behave whenever it's returning a response. So remember, what it's doing is you're going to take a customer through a flow of a series of questions. We're collecting parameters. We're then searching the collection for the closest match of those parameters. And then we're giving that information to the AI to formulate a response. And this prompt template here helps control how that response is formatted. All right. So what we're going to do next is pop over to the actions page. As you can see, you can create as many flows as you would like. Here's our boat recommendation flow. This will not show up under the actions page here. This is an action that has to be created in the MxChat Recommender add-on. So once you have all that done, you can then pop over to your website. Let's show you an example here. Perfect. So now that we're on the front end of the website here, this is a random website, so just ignore all that. We're going to work on finding us a match here. So I did add it as a quick question. Remember, the user can just say the words, or you can do a quick button, however you want to do it to set up the trigger. But we're going to go and click this here, say find my perfect boat. As you can see, it has the intro message here, telling me it's just going to ask a few questions. So first off, how many people will be in your group? So I'm going to say 10. What's your approximate budget per day? So I'm actually going to undershoot this sum here to, I think I'm going to undershoot it just to show you an example. So we're going to say 700. Primary activity, let's go wakeboarding. That's actually something I like to do. So now it's searching the collection and coming up with a recommendation. So you can see it says, based on your preferences, I recommend the Malibu Ride 21 foot 2009. It has a capacity of 12 people, that it exceeds requirement of 10. The price per day is $696, which meets your preferred range of 700 or less. Oh, okay, so there actually was a boat that worked for in my budget. The boat is suitable for wakeboarding, water skiing. So, and ideally, I didn't have any link to the boat here, but ideally in your descriptions of these individual items, what you could do is then link to the boat here and have it say like, check out or book this boat here or something like that, and then add a link to where you could take them to the booking page or what have you. You could play around with that some. Now, some downfalls of this, it's not perfect in the sense of you're really going to have to try to guide the user to enter in, for example, how many people will be in your group. If they type out 10, and we know people will do all kinds of stuff, it won't really work. Now, my solution for this coming soon, I am working on this. Ideally, what I would like is for you to be able to assign quick response options. So that means on this first question here, when it says how many people will be in your group, there will be little buttons down here that you could assign to it that would say like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, however, whatever you want to do there. So that way, as you're taking them through this journey, instead of having to worry about them typing in some crazy stuff, you could actually just guide them to clicking the buttons, to selecting the parameters to do the match. But that's not here yet for now. This is the starting point. As always, I love all of your feedback. I want to know your pain points. Let me know what could make this even better. And I look forward to seeing what you guys create. Thank you.